What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, March 8th. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Kevin Durant, Bobby Portis, Terry Rozier, Jay Crowder, and Cedi Osman on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, I'm looking at DeAndre Ayton, center eligible, 6,600, projected for 41. The goal is 50. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. No Chris Paul, no Devin Booker, no Cam Johnson. There's just a little bit more to go around for these guys right now. So 32 minutes for Ayton, 1.27 fantasy points per minute in a pace-up spot against the Orlando Magic. The Suns, even missing those guys, still 7.5 point favorites. I gave Ayton 22% usage. I got him projected for a massive double-double, 20 points, 12.5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 stocks. That $6,600 price tag just does not work here. He's going to have the freedom to do a little bit more, and I am happy to pay $6,600 for Ayton in this spot. In at number 4, if he plays, is Isaiah Roby. He's questionable for right now, and if he doesn't play, it really makes this entire Oklahoma City game really weird from a center perspective. But if he does play, he's center eligible, 5,300, projected for 32.5. The goal is 43.5. He's in the optimal lineup 21% of the time. I just think he has to play a lot. He's a fantasy point per minute guy in this spot. 18% usage, 14 points, 8 boards, 2.5 assists, and 2 stocks. It's a pace-up spot against Milwaukee. They're 14-point dogs, which isn't ideal, but I think Roby just sort of plays those minutes no matter what. They don't have many choices in their front court. Now, if he ends up out, we're probably going to see a different guy from the Thunder, maybe 2 different guys from the Thunder, enter this top 10. But for now, if we're assuming that Roby is in this game, he's one of the better plays you'll find. Now we take a big time step up in tier here and grab the value play Landry Shamet. He's shooting guard, small forward eligible, just 3,700, projected for 25. The goal is 35. He's in the optimal lineup 27% of the time. Played big minutes this last time out with no Cam Johnson. I expect him to start and play those minutes again. 33 minutes for Shamet. Now here's the problem. He's not very good on a per minute basis. Normally a 0.66 guy. This matchup brings him up to 0.77, 17% usage, and it's all scoring. 14 points, 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a stock. But it's a nice matchup against Orlando, a team you don't have to really be worried about. The fact that you could roster him at guard, forward, utility, shooting guard, and small forward, big time benefit on a slate like this. Unfortunately for today, Landry Shamet is very much in play. We're looking at more value here at number 2. That's Jordan Nwora, power forward eligible, just 3,100, projected for 25.5. The goal is 32.5. He's in the optimal lineup 32% of the time. I gave him 28 minutes. We saw him play well north of 30 in a game without Grayson Allen a few weeks ago. No Grayson Allen here in this one. I'm only giving him 28 minutes. I think he does take a big time step up and roll. He's like a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy, 14 points, 5.5 boards, an assist, and a stock. It's a pace neutral spot against Oklahoma City, but Oklahoma City not very good here. The Bucks 14.5 point favorites. Even if you give Nwora, let's just say 24 minutes, he's still one of the top 10 plays on this slate. He's a great value at 3,100. If he gets into the 30s, you're probably going to need him at 3,100. I'm trying to split the difference in minutes. That's enough to get Nwora to number 2. On a normal day, he'd be number 1, but there's no competing with our number 1 contender today. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage. Make sure you're using that promo code Awesemo. No brainer here. No other choice. Payne is your number 1 contender. He is point guard eligible, 5,300. He's projected for 42. The goal is 43.5. He's in the optimal lineup 50% of the time. I gave him 34 minutes. Again, no Paul, no Booker, no Cam Johnson. He's a 1.25 fantasy point per minute in this pace-up spot against Orlando. He's projected for 28% usage, 20 real points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, a stock and a half. No matter what happens on this slate, outside of things with the Suns, it cannot pass Cam Payne. He is unquestionably your number one contender. He's the best play you're going to find. He's the first guy into every cash lineup. And honestly, he's probably the first guy into every GPP lineup. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, March 8th. There's a FanDuel version of this video around here somewhere, so make sure you're checking it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.